All right. I think we are recording. Okay, everyone. Once again, my name is Jody Waite, and I have Amy Hauser with me tonight. Basically, just wanting to jump on, touch base again on these bonuses that are ending in the month of April, what we can do to kind of boost our odds of reaching those bonuses. And then I would like to talk again about smart sampling and just how to work the whole funnel and everything that goes with it. You know, the biggest thing is getting those skeptics a sample or getting it in their body so they can see what it's like. So I want to touch base on that a little bit. But first, I'm going to kind of let Amy explain a little bit more about the bonuses and just how we can help each other reach these. You know, we are a team and we all work together on this. So really taking advantage of those promos that everybody's throwing out and getting Thrive in people's bodies. So Amy, why don't you go ahead and take it away?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Thanks for having me. And I just love getting together like this face to face, and we kind of brainstorm ideas and we chat and we just kind of go over all the things that everybody's dealing with. And there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Like there's a lot of stuff and it's really exciting and it can be overwhelming. And, you know, it's kind of like, we all kind of feel like we go through these motions where you're going along and you got all this momentum and then all of a sudden you're like stagnant for a little bit. And that's why Jody and I are like, okay, let's talk about these bonuses. But one of the biggest ways that I jump out of those ruts of being stagnant is doing a massive sampling pack blitz. So these conversations, you guys are going hand in hand with each other. I always say when things are slow, I do something to make it not slow. So whether it's, I might work smarter, not harder. I can give you lots of ideas of things like we're doing like this. We're doing a Zoom like this for the team and we're recording it. But you guys can also do Zooms like this, record a Thrive experience, right? And we can show you how to get it uploaded to YouTube and you can give it out to people to be able to share their Thrive experiences. I mean, it's all about working smarter, not harder. So these bonuses, while I really want to point out, it's like a big number at the end of the month to hit those rank advance bonuses or these double VIP fast start bonuses. It seems kind of unattainable, but what's going to bring you there is these small action steps, right? So that's been I did a live video on the team page, kind of just going over all of those things. If you haven't checked it out, definitely do so. It really kind of goes through how to all the things that you can do to bring yourself momentum in these bonuses. Because here's the thing. First, let's talk about these double fast start bonuses. Is my internet okay? It's telling me my connection's unstable.
You haven't stopped. Like we can hear you perfectly, but you just stopped moving for a second.
Okay, it looks good now. So basically with these double fast start bonuses, that's going to be that foundation to really bring new people into your organization, whether it's you as a brand new promoter. If you're in your first 14 days and you're going for these double bonuses, you're bringing in 2 new customers and 2 new promoters that they can go and run for these double fast start bonuses. This is the duplication, and it's that speed of duplication. I think Jason Camper always says it best. He's like, go after things with speed. Don't just do it. Don't think about it. Don't worry about if you're saying the wrong thing or doing the wrong thing. Make your lists, follow up with people, make sure they're loving their experience. And if they are, hey, there's a really amazing opportunity. Do you know 4 friends who could really benefit from Thrive? Because let's face it, you know, our normal bonus is $400 for 2 customers, 2 promoters in your first 14 days. On top of regular commissions. So we always say you're earning about 500 in commissions. Now you're going to be earning 800 plus another 100 or so. So more like $900 in commissions in your first 14 days. And then you can actually double that. That's a lot of money. And not to mention your $100 in free product credit that you get for that VIP bonus doubles to $200 in free product credit. Now we can teach those newest promoters, you have $200 in free credits. Now you can take that, now help your 2 promoters by passing down some credits for their first 4 friends, help them earn that bonus. We've got till April 12th. So that's the main focus of the bonuses right there for me. Here's the thing. Start doing the math, you guys. I mean, I stink at math, but what I do know is if you help 2 people, you know, hit this VIP bonus, you're bringing 4 new customers and 4 new promoters into your organization. That's where your growth is going to happen. They know people that you don't know. So when you feel like your market's starting to slow down a little bit, your newest, most excited thrivers are going to come through those people in their VIP phase, or those people who are thriving for free. So start thinking about, you know, help a couple of people earn VIP 800. Now you got an extra $1,600 in volume that you didn't have before. Now they start sharing. Now they have an extra $1,600 in volume. I mean, guys, you can do the math. We've got time to do this, but you got to get on the ball with it right away. So for me, I'm just really reaching out to my happy, thriving customers, or those people that took advantage of promoter packs. Some of them might still be in their VIP phase. So here's the thing. You get a few of those people rolling, whether they hit the bonuses or not, they're going to be running for them. And guess what? That new growth is going to help you get closer to the rank advance bonus, which is obviously ending the end of this month. And when you hit that rank advance bonus, it is totally going to set up your future for success. Do you want me to go through some of the bonus figures again, Jody, or
I think, I mean, the majority of the people on my team, I know are 4K or 12, going for the 4K or the 12K. So if you just wouldn't mind touching base on those two.
Okay. So the cool thing, if you hit 4K for the first time before the end of April, you're going to get an extra $333 a month for the next 6 months. That's that's plus. So plus, here's the thing. You know, if you brought new people into your organization, you help 3 people underneath you then achieve 4K, and you're going to be at that auto bonus. So 12K, I've seen people go 12K in 30 days. It's really just the speed of your momentum. How many people can you reach and just say, trust me, let's do this. If you don't love it, I can buy it back after 2 weeks if you work with me. I throw that stuff out there all the time, you know, like my personal guarantee. You work with me and we get through 2 weeks and you don't absolutely love it, I can buy the rest back. 12K is pretty life-changing bonus time. That is an extra $750 a month for 8 months, I believe. And plus, if you have 4 active promoters, you're earning the auto bonus, which is an extra $300 a month. So you might as well figure it's an extra $1,000 a month plus regular commissions. Guys, that's like a house payment. To me, that's like if somebody said you don't have to make your house payment for the next 8 months, I would do whatever it took to get there, because that's my mentality. Now, maybe not everybody has the same mentality, but dream about what that could do for you and go to work for it. Worst case scenario, if you miss it and you hit it the next month, you're still earning an auto bonus that takes care of the second largest payment in your household for the average person. So it's pretty amazing, and that's where you can earn the lifestyle getaways, and you can come hang out with us in beautiful tropical locations. But it's not the reason why we do things, but it's really nice to be appreciated, and it really is going to, if you're doing those things to grow your network, you're going to get there. So definitely check out the live on the team page, guys. There's a whole bunch of ideas. Reach more people at one time. If you're a person that likes to do lives, do lives. If you like to do social, do socials. If you want to do recordings like this, we can show you how and get those Thrive experiences out there and into the public's eye, because that next story might just be the one that relates to that next person that's ready to thrive. So that's kind of a little bit on the bonus. Do you want me to touch on anything else?
That kind of, I just wanted to add, you know, you were talking about how, you know, the 200 in credits, you can throw then down to your team and help people start thriving, and, you know, get somebody thriving and telling them, I did that. I've done that quite often. Like, if you don't notice anything within the first 2 weeks, I'll buy it back from you. I never once had to buy it back from anybody, because once they get it in their system and they realize, like, oh my God, this is working, even those sample packs, which leads me into the whole sampling. You know, I have a lot of promoters out there. Gosh, I have so many thoughts running through my head right now. Okay, back to before we start sampling. Back to the, you know, throwing credits down to your team, putting promos out, getting people there. what you do is what your people do. And I can't say that I've been the best at it in the past, but I've learned that once you throw those bonuses out and you're helping people, that's why, you know, we get the 12K ranks and the 40K ranks and the 80K ranks. You know, it's because you're modeling what you want your team to model. And that's what we talk about so much, you know, using that funnel, making sure, you know, you reach out, then you get the free account, then you chat with them on the phone, then you get them on the phone with one of the upline leaders, you know, normally 40, 80K, 200K and above. Reason we do that is so they have another story that's under their belt. They're set up for success with these sampling packs. And for whatever reason, friends and family, they don't listen. They do not listen to you, and they don't know what it is. I've had many people, you know, couple, you know, I don't even want to say, couple like levels down from me, they're reaching up to Lindsay and Amy all the time. Why? Because they see like just the I don't even know, positivity and just helpfulness, all of that stuff, you know, getting people on Zooms. I can't tell you how many Zooms I've done with just me and another person, but I'm helping them share their Thrive experience. And maybe they don't feel like they want to do a live or an event on Facebook and have it be public because they're not comfortable sharing yet. But if you can do a one-on-one, whether it's a call and they dial in and you can just hear voices, or a Zoom, you're getting that person used to sharing and talking about it. And the more they do that, the more comfortable they're going to be. The more comfortable they're going to be when somebody comes up and is like, what's that sticker on your arm? You know, you know, when you start talking about it and you tell people what you're noticing and all the good stuff, they're like, oh my God, tell me more. You know, that is why we talk about the funnel all the time. It's so important to, don't throw your samples away. You know, somebody says, oh yeah, sure, I'd love a sample. Don't just mail it to them. They have to, I don't want to say earn it, but the least they could do is jump on a phone call with you and let you have another person share, whether you know, do it via text message or messenger and put the three of you on a thread together and kind of slowly introduce it that way. Or you can do it like I do. I just say, hey, what time can you chat? I make sure I have an upline leader that's available, and I call them up and I already have that upline leader on the phone and just say, hey, you know what? I wanted to go through instructions with you, make sure you're set up for success with your samples and you know exactly what to expect. And hey, I also have my friend Amy on the line, and she's gonna just share her story quickly and she'll actually tell you how to take the product correctly. Never once had anybody be like, oh my God, no way. Because they're so excited, they want that sample pack from you. Who doesn't want a free sample pack? And you know, you can kind of do whatever you want with it. My favorite is 4 days. Reason being is I feel like at least they get a little glimpse of, first of all, how simple it is to take every single day. They get to taste the lifestyle mix, which I think is super important because there are a lot of mixes out there that people do not like the taste of. And also, they know that they have support with 2 people. If one of you is busy, they can hop on that message thread and get a hold of somebody else. But I think just letting them know how excited you are for them, sharing your excitement for the products. I mean, remember what you were like day 1, day 2, day 3, and then once you finally noticed and started feeling good, think back to how you felt before. I think that's the biggest thing that I can go back to is every time I go out and I go for a run or anytime I'm at the gym lifting, I immediately like just think like, oh my God, like I wouldn't be able to do these squats. I wouldn't be able to do these lunges. I wouldn't be able to run this far because I wasn't able to before. But I think just remembering that, and sometimes it's hard to remember what it feels like to feel so crappy. But yes, anyways, I'm getting long-winded here. But sample packs.
Yeah, I can validate you for sure right here, Jody, because I want your team to know you rock out those 3-way calls. And it's never awkward, you guys. She doesn't make it awkward when she adds me in, so they don't feel awkward. They get off the phone and they are so excited. Your cousin just the other day, for example, I think it was a cousin. She was just so excited and it was her time and she was very appreciative. I bet she said, thank you for hopping on, or thank you for sharing your story. They thank you because they know you're taking good care of them, and it's not salesy. It's literally just going through, hey, what do you want to achieve? So anyway, Jody rocks those out. And I do have to say too, the whole validation with investing in your team, I don't think I ever collected a paycheck, to be honest, with Lavelle. I used it to pass down credits to my friends. I don't think Brittany ever passed credits to, like, she didn't send promos down. Because I just did it. I took that initiative and I said, you know what, this was money I didn't have before I started thriving. And so I just converted everything to credits until my paychecks got so big that it was almost ludicrous to convert that all to credits, right? Until it was time to survive off that money, until it was time to leave that job. So guys, think about that too. If you don't need those small commissions that come in, or maybe they're bigger, convert them to credits and use it to help a person to get started. We can cover way more ground together. So that way, when we don't have credits to pass down, you have some, and we all work together as a team. So I just had to point that out really quick. It's pretty amazing when you keep investing in your team or in your newest thriver, and then they do the same thing too. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't wait till I have credits and I can, pass down to my new people. It's like they want to fall into those shoes.
Yes.
So it's pretty awesome to teach people that duplication.
Right. And just thinking about those credits, I've had people before say like, oh my gosh, I can't afford to do that. And that's okay. But if, like you said, if you can afford to, sometimes even I started out with giving people $15. I know that's not a ton, but for me, that's what I could do at the time. And now I feel, here's the thing, it's kind of like a free sample. For me to give free DFT, or for me to give 50%, or excuse me, $50 off of their first month, for some reason, when people look at, oh my gosh, I do, I get a coffee at Starbucks every day, and then I get a candy bar at the vending machine every day. Okay, that's like $7, $8 right there. But it's so much less than $150. For some reason, people look at it like that. I think the lump sum scares people to death, but then when they realize it's $5 a day. $5 a day. So when people are talking about, oh, how much does it cost? And you're like, oh, $150. You have to break it down for them. You have to talk to them about, let's talk about what you do on a daily basis. Do you take other vitamins? Are you a person like I was and I had generalized headaches? Do you take lots of pain relievers? How are your joints and your muscles? What other supplements do you take? Do you drink coffee? Do you drink pop? Do you drink rock stars and monsters? Like, what do you do on a daily basis? What are your daily, snacky stuff too? I mean, you have to look at that too. I used to wait at the vending machine at 9 o'clock every day, and I needed to get my candy bar because I thought I needed to have it. I didn't need to have it. But those are the things that you have to break down for people because they don't know what they don't know. But $150 seems a lot more money than $5 every single day. So I think just, finding ways to talk about it in an exciting way and getting them to realize $150 is not really a lot when it comes to your health and your nutrition and feeling good. People that say, oh my gosh, I have the same exact ingredients in my vitamins that I get from GNC. Of course you do, but what grade vitamins are they? And are you actually feeling them? Are you telling me that you have awesome energy all day long and that your joints and your muscles don't hurt and that you're sleeping soundly at night and that your digestion is awesome? Because if it is, why are you constantly complaining about your back or your foot or you sleep like crap? I mean, those are the things that you have to point out to people. And in doing that, I mean, you can do it in a positive way, but hey, you were just talking to me the other day about your back and how it hurts so bad all the time. Why don't you give it a try? Why don't you try it? What do you have to lose, really? And, that's what getting them a sample is all about. Yes, sometimes it feels like, it might be 2 years that go by before somebody actually decides to jump on the bandwagon. But I go back to, like Amy said, my cousin, she's even gone as far as ordering for a whole month. As soon as it arrived, she sent it back, and it just wasn't her time. 3 years. 3 years we've been chatting about Thrive, and she's finally ready, and that's awesome. But that's the consistency of continuing to keep Thrive in people's lives and keep reaching out. And, it might take longer than 8 to 10 or 8 to 12 times, but people have to be ready themselves. So I guess that's kind of what I wanted to chat about tonight. Amy, did you have anything else to add?
Get excited, you guys. I mean, I can't portray my excitement enough for what's coming. I mean, I really, really can't. You probably just saw me have a complete exciting moment at the end of that live video that I did on the team page on Saturday, because you know what? Your futures are just stinking bright. And here's the thing, when you can wrap your heart and soul around helping other people feel better, and don't get caught up in yes, we're running this as a business, but don't let those frustrations of your rate of growth compare to somebody else's rate of growth. You got to look at how much time are you putting into it compared to other people too. And that's really what makes a difference. If you can't afford to put as much time in as another person, you might just not grow as quickly. And that's okay. So don't get hung up in the, this isn't going to work for me, or I'm growing so slow, or why am I not this, whatever yet. And you know what? Get with a leader and we can really dial in on your day. I mean, I used to talk to Brittany about that all the time, like making time in your day for what you really, really want. And I stole time out of my day all the time, whether it was waking up 15 minutes earlier, going to bed 15 minutes later, not watching the television show. I'd do my little thing while the kids were watching. I was still present, but I stole time out of the day every moment that I had, and it paid off. Because now I get to help people for a living. I hate focusing on the money and the bonuses and everything else, but you know what? Money and bonuses gives you freedom. And what does that freedom do for you? Is it time with your family? Is it getting out of debt? Is it being able to put your kid through college? Is it being able to afford your house payment, or maybe a vacation with the family? Guys, just get in touch with why you're doing this on top of helping people. What do you want to achieve personally? That's going to keep you motivated all day, every day. Write down those goals where you can see them and what your daily actions are going to be to achieve those goals. And that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that's across the board the easiest thing you can follow daily. And it will bring you momentum. It really, really will. So, but get excited. Your futures are bright. If you have not researched what CBD is all about, I know I was just talking with Jess, I'm sure when you watch this replay, about it the other day, and my husband sent her some YouTube recordings or podcasts, I think they were, and learn about what it does, you guys. We are embarking on an incredible journey, and I fully project that most people's businesses will probably double if you do the paved work and groundwork when this launches. So pretty darn exciting.
Awesome. Well, thank you for jumping on tonight. That's kind of it for what I wanted to cover, but yes, reach out, you guys. If you want to do these Zoom meetings with people, you want to do testimonials, you want somebody help just setting stuff up, I will help you do that. Amy can help you do that. Just reach out to us and let us know what you want to accomplish. All right, you guys, have a good night and a good rest of your Sunday.